Princess Elara and the Moonlit Crown in the grand kingdom of Aveloria, there lived a kind and courageous princess named Elara. Unlike other princesses who stayed in the castle and wore fancy gowns, Elara spent her days exploring the forests and hills around the kingdom, seeking out adventure. Her curiosity and love for her people were what made her so beloved. But there was one story that had captured her heart since she was a little girl, the legend of the Moonlit Crown. According to the legend, the Moonlit Crown was a magical artifact hidden deep in the Enchanted Forest. It was said to grant wisdom, courage, and the power to lead with love to whoever wore it under the full moon. The crown had been lost for centuries, but Elara believed it still existed. One evening, as the full moon rose high in the sky, Elara's sense of adventure grew stronger. She felt a pull, as though the moon itself was calling her. Taking her trusted lantern and a map passed down from her ancestors, Elara set off toward the Enchanted Forest. She knew this was the night she would find the Moonlit Crown. The Enchanted Forest was unlike any other place in the kingdom. The trees glowed softly with silver light, and the air was filled with a soft hum of magic. As Elara walked along the winding path, fireflies danced around her, lighting the way. The deeper she ventured, the more mystical the forest became. The trees whispered her name, and the stars above twinkled like 1,000 tiny lanterns. Elara's heart raced with excitement. She knew she was getting closer to the Moonlit Crown. After what felt like hours, Elara came upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient stone pedestal, and on top of it rested a glowing crown made of delicate silver and moonstone. This was it, the Moonlit Crown. As Elara approached the pedestal, a voice echoed through the clearing. "Princess Elara," the voice said softly, "only the pure of heart can wear the Moonlit Crown. To claim it, you must prove your wisdom, your courage, and your kindness." Elara stood tall. "I'm ready." The trials of the Moonlit Crown, the voice, which seemed to come from the moon itself, explained that Elara would need to face 3 trials before she could wear the crown. These trials would test her ability to lead with wisdom, courage, and kindness, the traits needed to wear the Moonlit Crown. Trial 1, the test of wisdom. Suddenly, the trees around her shimmered, and a large, ancient tree with glowing leaves appeared in front of her. Its branches bent low, and its trunk was carved with strange symbols. "To pass the test of wisdom," the voice said, "you must solve the riddle of the tree." Elara approached the tree, examining the symbols closely. As she did, the voice of the tree whispered a riddle. "I have roots that no one sees, and I am taller than the trees. I go wherever the wind blows, but I never leave my home. What am I?" Elara thought hard, her brow furrowing. She looked up at the glowing leaves swaying gently in the breeze. Then she smiled, knowing the answer. "A mountain," she said confidently. "The mountain has roots in the earth, stands tall, and remains still no matter how the wind blows." The tree shimmered, and the symbols glowed brighter. The first trial was complete. Trial 2, the test of courage. Next, the clearing transformed, and Elara found herself standing before a dark, swirling river. Its waters rushed fiercely, and the only way across was a narrow, crumbling stone bridge. "To pass the test of courage," the voice said, "you must cross the river of fear without hesitation." Elara's heart pounded in her chest. The river was wild, and the bridge looked unstable, but she knew she had to be brave. Without a second thought, she stepped onto the bridge. The stones wobbled beneath her feet, and the wind howled around her, but Elara kept moving, her eyes focused on the other side. With each step, the bridge became more stable, and the roar of the river faded. Finally, Elara reached the other side, her heart still racing, but her courage stronger than ever. The second trial was complete. Trial 3, the test of kindness. For the final trial, the clearing transformed once more. This time, Elara stood in a beautiful meadow filled with flowers. In the center of the meadow sat a small, frightened rabbit, its paw caught in a thorny vine. "To pass the test of kindness," the voice said, You must show compassion to those in need." Without hesitation, Elara knelt beside the rabbit, gently freeing its paw from the thorns. She whispered softly to it, calming its fear, and carefully wrapped its paw in a strip of cloth from her dress. The rabbit looked up at her with grateful eyes, and as it hopped away, the meadow filled with soft light. The third and final trial was complete. The Moonlit Crown. As soon as Elara completed the trials, the clearing filled with a bright, silvery light. The pedestal began to glow, and the Moonlit Crown floated gently into the air. "You have proven yourself, Princess Elara," the voice said. "You possess the wisdom, courage, and kindness needed to wear the Moonlit Crown." The crown settled on Elara's head, and as it did, she felt a warmth spread through her. The moonlight seemed to dance around her, and the forest hummed with approval. She knew that with the crown's power, she could lead her kingdom with love and strength. As Elara made her way back to the castle, the crown's soft glow lighting her path, she knew that this was only the beginning. The Moonlit Crown had given her not just the power to lead, but the understanding that true strength comes from within. From that night on, Princess Elara ruled with wisdom, courage, and kindness. And whenever the full moon rose high in the sky, she could feel the magic of the crown guiding her, reminding her of the Enchanted Forest and the trials she had overcome.